Good evening! Welcome back, all of my malice minions. This is the Corundum Cat, broadcasting to you from deep Ohio. And let's see, we are picking up with, I just had to clarify this. Welcome back. This is episode 9, not 10, I was mistaken before. Welcome back to episode 9 of our fully voiced long play of Shadow Hearts 3, Shadow Hearts from the New World. Eagle-eyed viewers, or particularly ones simply paying attention, will note that we are back in the Grand Canyon, and this is not Rio de Janeiro, which is where we left off last time. So a very quick recap as we were coming back here to turn in some loose ends. Let's see, specifically. Oh, that's distracting. I can see that. I can see that someone has joined, but it is not displaying the chat for me. That's fine. I'm sure if that's okay. Weird. 1 second, and then I'll just make do. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually see the chat. Tim, welcome. Good to have you. Okay, so real quick, as I'm menacing this child by a TV. We had a little cleanup last time. Ventured back into the ruins of Chichen Itza to scum up some more coins for Mao's quest. We also had a Yuma for Natan, and that is actually by and back President of the Grand Canyon. We turned that back in. We hunted a chupacabra, the Mexican lizard that eats all the goats. And that was, I'd feel bad about not doing that on camera, except I had to scrape like every inch of that dungeon, and the only new content was the chupacabra. So good news, got a couple of levels, got a decent pile of money out of that, but that took some doing. Anyway, powered up Natan's special abilities, always helpful, and also. Ducking briefly back into the newspaper, the tabloid office, the Rio de Janeiro Sports Times, or Sports Gazette, whichever it is, that picked up a brief side quest for Ricardo to hunt down a missing journal of the manager there, the old man who ran the place. And that happened to have, he lost it after a run-in with the mob in Chicago, and being a good guy, Ricardo was just like, oh yeah, I'm connected to the mob in Chicago, I can get that back for you. Anyway, unlocked some more songs for him. I'll try to show off some of those before we dive into our next dungeon proper, which is all the way down in Peru, though I guess technically that is northwest of where we were previously. And before we do that, though, I do want to stop briefly over at Paramount Pictures, because I think we can do the next part of Mao's fantastic film career. I have no idea how quickly these scale up in difficulty. Like, I'm level 22 with Mao. Is that enough? I don't know. We're going to find out. Because, like, the wolf bouts with Blanca, which is the similar mechanic from Covenant, were a little bit more streamlined, shall we say, and even those had some curveballs. Looking at you, 3-on-1 fight back in the woods of Dome Remy. Anyway, let's make sure she is kitted out. Got her coral. Pocket watch is always a good choice for duels. Oh, God, why did... A necklace that doubles the rate of enemy encounter. Why would I want that? Okay, actually, I know why I would want that for late game, scumming up soul energy for Shania. But man, that's woof. Is our opponent going to use instant death on us? I don't know, but we're going to be prepared for it. I think that is, a little better armor. I think that's mostly current, and let's look at her ring real quick. We got 3 attacks. I'm going to temporarily steal from Ricardo there. Petrify is a pretty good choice. I think yeah. We're as ready as we're gonna be. We got full stock from all the incidental fighting had to do. What do they got? Oh, Mao. If you're gonna join the shoot, talk to the assistant director over there.
Oh, Mao, got a booking with an actor.
Well, aren't you clever? Let's hear the details.
It's this person.
This guy? Brought to us by this guy? Oh, I got plenty of coins. Wow, 30 Macu, 30. Pay them their money. Yeah, let's do this. It seems the actors are ready. What genre is this film?
Okay, then we'll start with the action scene. 3, 2, 1, action!
Oh, we're okay. So it is still the concept of the pagoda that Mao has to fight up to save her family. Is this okay? This is that character portrait. Wait, never mind. I was gonna say it's a deep cut to having like the reptilian eyes, and it's like, oh, that was gonna be a thing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's character in Bruce Lee's Game of Death, which is this riffing on. And then it's like, wait, no, they're cats. They have cat pupils. Never mind. I was almost really dumb there. Anyway, the second assassin has a terrible haircut. Aren't you an underling here too?
That's right! I'm Samo Miao Kambao!
Wow, Samachung. Okay, well, at least we're doing this. This is a thing that's happening.
People with foul mouths call me Fat Cat, though.
Fat Cat. Well, that seems suitable, but you look more like a pig to me. You have the exact same body type.
Hey now, aren't you a rude guy? You think a pig could pull action moves like this?
Ah, pipe down, fatso. I don't care for roasted pork or men with shrill voices. Was I supposed to be doing a shrill voice? I was kind of getting a shrill voice.
You pig, if you mess with a cat, expect to get scratched.
Alright, what are we looking at here? Samo Meow. Unknown amount of health. We don't have Johnny, so we can't suss that out. Our speed looks pretty similar, and they have almost a full stock bar. So, okay, the usual. We'll. Yeah, let's just see how this goes. Okay, 40 damage, including a critical, is not bad. That's very doable. Oh, we took off a decent chunk. This should not. I'm going to jinx myself terribly and say that this should not be too terribly difficult. I'm going to try that again without messing up my ring command. Okay, it should refund me cat coins for knocking him out with cat touch. I should garnish their pay with my Fist of Fury. Alright, that was easy. Are we ready? What's the next scene? Come on, put me in the ring.
I always get stuck playing the bit parts.
Cleansing spree? I don't know what that is. Let's find out. Cut! Okay. That's some nice action. Good, good. Just like that. Keep it up, and this will be a big hit for sure. Well, I am the main actress. How could you expect any less? Lead, Mao. You're the lead.
Nice work today. We have some time till the next shoot, so please take a break. In the meantime, I'll book the next extra.
It feels like you should have a cast, like, lined up. You should have contracts signed before you start shooting. I gather that it's 1927 and the studio system was a little bit looser at the time, but still, you know. We are probably going to bench Mao for a little while. So let's take those hit areas back and boost up Ricardo, and yeah, we'll probably have Frank in the party.
Give me that petrify.
And I do want to check, yeah, special abilities. Oh, okay. I actually didn't. We have a little chart for the tracking the progress in the film. That's fun. I never knew that. What is Cleansing Spree? Recovers all allies' status ring and Emeralds. That's really good. Also, in keeping with the fact that this Mao is sort of the new version of Blanca's Wolf Bouts from Covenant, the second unlock ability being the sort of like, you know, cure-all for the team is entirely appropriate. But she's going back on the bench as we are bringing out, you know, Team A here, the real hard hitters. You know, I was going to do the whole list from Blazing Saddles, but I realized it's the wrong genre, unless Natan's in the party. Oops, all cats, yes. The Academy Award for Main Actress goes to Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. They got everything else, so why not? Okay, do I need to... I think everyone else's equipment is probably caught up. Yep. Frank is fine. And with a sexy man voice, very fine. Well, this is super cool. That trivia contest in Rio, we won, got the warning device. Looks very scientific. And it prevents the ambush battle condition where like the party starts out surrounded with all the enemies around you. We will never know how valuable that is because we're just not going to get the ambushes anymore. They'll be replaced with regular combats, or maybe we'll get to ambush them in turn. But I promise you that is well worth the inventory slot for as long as Johnny has it in the party. Or Johnny is in the party, excuse me. Okay. Enough preamble and enough ramble. Let's get rambling. Way on down to Peru and the lost city of the Incas, Machu Picchu. This is not Machu Picchu.
Spirits of the four seas, here I beseech all creation. Spirits, answer my call at this hour.
Man, how racist are we going to be getting this episode? Yes. Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Machu Picchu seal is surrounded by the darkness.
Wise grandmother, we cannot wait a moment longer. We must head to the ruins before the enemy arrives.
What if it means losing your life?
I do not care if I die. My life has no meaning if I do not fulfill my duty.
Yeah, Machu Picchu is in the mountains of Peru. It's a mountain fortress.
Loloma, did you see?
Yes. Everybody died?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they put Rio de Janeiro in the wrong part of the continent. And that's an easier
Sadly,
find than Machu
I am
Picchu.
not able to foretell births or deaths. Ah, that's right. Would you mind running an errand for me, my dearest?
An errand?
I would like for you to bring some special guests to me.
Okay, so I'm not sure why, okay, no, that's correct. Oh, okay, that is Machu Picchu. That's that mount, like, that's the actual photo of Picchu, which is, you know, stone, you know, big Machu, little stone, little mountain. That's okay. I'm not nearly as angry as I was gonna be, because that is like they took a picture of the ruins of Machu Picchu and used it as the background. Yeah, I do wonder what that tribe of colorful, like, Hawaiian Carib Islanders is doing, you know, when Machu Picchu is like 200 miles away from the ocean, but whatever.
Do you think they're really here?
Yes, I'm positive. Shania being all like, yeah, we cool. Okay, that is actually very scenic. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, it feels almost jarring after they... Okay, and of course there was a treasure chest. Oh! Yeah, okay. Alright. Can anyone actually equip... Does anyone have a level 2 slot in their chart? Preferably Ricardo, preferably the Bard. Let's find out. I think he does. Awesome. Okay, I've been waiting for that one. And okay, he's already got Arc Cure. We'll give him Arc Heal for all status ailments. And I mean, everything else after that is gravy, right? If he needs to attack people, he's got a flamethrower. And okay, yeah, shield. Alright, a little more damage, okay. I was going to say, so I actually remembered to level up Shania's different forms, and Thunderbird, her Thunderbird transformation, now also has Arc Gale, which is great, but, you know, we always want Shania to be fighting people. So, not super practical for her to have to do that, but with Ricardo, fantastic. Multiple sources. Well, this is textbook ominous. Oh wow. Is this how Machu Picchu should look in 1927? Kind of. This is a little more. I think this is a little more modern than that, but the pictures are not that far wrong. Of course, once we start getting into the swing of things and figure out the gimmick, we'll talk a little bit more about Machu Picchu. And inexplicably, Charlton Heston. Oh, Team Evil is on site.
It seems they've managed to find us.
What? Slow learners, aren't they?
And now, there's no need for you to go kill enemies, Lady Overlooked, is there? Why don't you leave them to me?
Yo, we gonna get to fight Cobblepot? I give him a handicap and everything. You saying you can do something?
Well, I can at least buy you some time.
Yeah, come on, Gilbert, do something. Okay, so this has immediately entered the realm of the fanciful. This is a Skies of Arcadia dungeon, straight up. Alright, well, let's save here. I have done no prep work for this, other than remembering, oh wait, it's Machu Picchu. I seem like I half remember this kind of being one of the more, like, ferociously aggravating dungeons. But I could be, there are a bunch of, like, ruin dungeons in this, and I could be confusing with some of the others. It's closed. What should we do? I'm guessing the buttons matching the colors of the door, shouldn't I?
Oh, there's something here. On the other side, too.
Half the light went out. Well, it seems like the light with the same color as the switch turned off. Let me try flipping another. Okay, look, I get it. We're not fans of Charlton Heston. I know I'm not either. I'm just saying he happens to be involved, roughly, with Machu Picchu, and we'll get there. The Inca, famously, the founders of the National Rifle Institution. This is how I'm going to combat AI, right? I'm gonna deliberately provide incredibly confidently delivered, bizarre misinformation to see if it gets repeated. It's like old map makers in the days before, 1400s, 1500s, before the age of sail kind of made things a little more commonplace. Map makers would intentionally put bad information in their maps, like they would misdraw coastlines, they would invent islands that didn't exist or put them in the wrong place, just to see if other maps started, like, replicated that information. They'd be like, oh, well, this person's just stealing my work. They're just copying what I already charted out. They didn't actually do any cartography of their own. Anyway,
I thought so. It responds to the color of the switch and the same color door opens.
yeah, exactly. Glowing, magically sealed dungeon doors from Machu Picchu. Well, let's dive right in. What is this near? Why did the perspective change? All right, what do we got? First round of baddies. I love getting to take all their pictures at once. It's so nice.
Okay, look over
It frees up Johnny's time for stabbing.
Okay, we've got a Dikio. Very little, 96 health. Shina might be able to blitz that. A Werich, little floating brain guy. That is just a zoanthrope with hands. We're fighting a lot of Tyranids in this adventure. And the Zontak, cool little double bird. Yeah, it's two birds stapled together. I hate that. Why does it only have one set of wings? Make it biblically accurate or go home. Okay, easy drop. For Ricardo, the old man's diary from the newspaper became his new muse item. These are notably all buffs. These are all party support. He did not unlock any new weapons for his guitar, which is a shame. Some of these, like, Grief should be great, but I'm pretty sure evasion rate is bugged in the first place. Rage is awesome. We'll be using that for boss fights. Plus 50% critical hit rate is enormous. And Delight just prevents all ring status abnormalities. Again, there'll be boss fights that will be clutch. In the meantime, we are just gonna, shoot him with the guitar. This machine kills Incan monsters. Also fascists. Not so bad, not so bad. Frank hit him with the fireworks. Oh, I gotta adjust his hit areas. Those are terrible. Might do it. See if Frank can give him the business. Ah, very close. He's got like 4 health left. Ah, well. Ah, 17. Close enough. 1 attack regardless. Not so bad. Not so bad. As long as Johnny knows how to use a knife.
What the? We're way weaker than I thought.
Alright, we got decent cash, decent, good XP. I like that. Yeah, that was a very cursed camera. Oh, God, jeez. Alright, alright. I'll play their game. What do we got here? We need to turn off yellow if we want to open the right side door. So we'll start with that.
Oh, that's a huge face.
Rude.
Hey, boy! There's a treasure box by your feet!
Frank has his priorities straight. Frank steals everything that's not nailed down. Some things jar. The golden mask.
What's that? It looks like this big face. And the eyes are glowing the same color. Maybe it's trying to tell us something.
I wonder. Let's take it with us for now. Yeah, okay, great. Let's continue our spree of stealing priceless treasures from ancient cultures. Oh, yeah, I'm thrilled to have that taking up, an eighth of my screen real estate. Wonderful. That is, I think, going to tell us what doors are active. I'm not sure. Let's find out. We're going to flip yellow, because I think that'll open the far right side, and maybe this one as well. Yes. Okay. Okay. Ah, and we can only disable 2 colors at a time.
Wait a minute. Did the mask's eyes turn yellow?
Johnny, are you colorblind?
I thought it was red and blue before. Maybe it's the same color as the switch you flipped.
Look, one of the switches has gone back. It looks like in these ruins you can only have 2 of them flipped at once.
Man, I feel so... Yeah.
That means... it's puzzle time!
If your theory is correct, the 3 doors in this room cannot be opened all at once.
Hey, I was just gonna say that.
Alright, so I like that they don't leave us, like, guessing for how the dungeon functions. They kind of took the jam out of my donut, because I was just like, oh, I've just figured this out based on context that they gave me. And we have, you know, 500-year-old souffle. This is, oh, thank you, Veldum, that's it, okay, yeah. It was on the tip of my tongue, and I could not for the life of me remember. This is, it's Olmec. It's Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple. 100%. Okay, so if we want to open the center door, we would need to activate blue, but I think that is going to take red off of the sequence. Yellow is the left hand is actually progress, so let's test this theory. Blue, and I think then it will be blue yellow, and then if we hit red again, we can put it back to blue red. Let's find out. Okay, yes. Okay, so it is left hand first. Which is cool, but not where we wanted to go, actually. Okay, so then this should be left should be red and right should be blue, if my understanding is correct. Get us an immunity idol. Make sure them temple guardians don't get us, and the shrine of the silver monkey. I watched a lot of Legends of the Hidden Temple as a child, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to compete on the show, never got the chance. Yeah, I kind of hate the double bird. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool. Now it isn't. Now it bothers me.
Smile and say cheese.
Okay, little eyeball turtle though. Little eyeball turtle. I want one as a pet. We're gonna make it happen. Cardo, a beast. The she doesn't. A little eyeball gribbly turtle. Oh, it's cute. It's like a hermit crab of my nightmares. Good hit from Frank. Okay. That is why he is the true American ninja. From Poland and Brazil. Hard hit him. Hopefully knocks some of that stock out. Ooh, poison. That might finish it. Not nearly as vulnerable as poison. The last guy we poisoned took like 200 damage. Whatever. It don't matter.
Already over? That was too easy.
Now, I know there's been some canonical passage of time, but Johnny has gotten, like, really comfortable with homicidal violence. I'm just saying. Okay, was there actually anything in this chamber? Nope. They got me. I've been punked. There was a random encounter in the chamber.
I can do it. I'll take you out.
Okay. Is any of his magic going to be effective for these? Maybe? Well, we'll try Bright Rage, why not? I mean, it's free damage. Don't work, but... Angle, I think, will be wrong for Ricardo to be able to get him a flamethrower. Alright, we'll just thin the pack some. might be able to get the one in the middle and the big guy behind him. Yeah, like that. Alright, Johnny's taking a bit of a shellacking. That's fine. We'll put the blood back in him.
Didn't even last for one song.
Ricardo poses dramatically at all times. Hair gently tousled by a wind that no one else can quite realize. Okay. Oh, and yeah, let's look at Frank's that first hit area. Let's juice that, and the fourth. Man, strike expands are much rarer this time around. All part of the contest. Okay, so what do we need to change it back to yellow and blue. When we put it on yellow, it will move blue off the table. So we'll just hit one switch and then the other, and then blue and yellow, and then we'll be able to progress. I've solved your labyrinth, Puzzle Master. The Minotaur has escaped, and one assumes someone gets the horns. Okay, the little Olmec mask they gave us, kind of useful. Glad to have it. Otherwise, this would be doing this with guesswork. Awful. I guess we're going up. What a fun little dungeon. I mean, I'm sure the color matching and everything will... Man, they're always hiding things outside of camera. Like, I don't know why they bother. I'm too used to scraping the walls for everything. Oh, raise up! We'll give that to... Actually, yeah, real quick, we'll give that to Ricardo as well. I think he has an open slot for it. Little extra resurrection magic never hurt anybody. Except the undead. Like that zombie fish in Final Fantasy X. Resurrection magic was definitely the key there. Okay, so... Do we... Also hiding just outside of frame, it seems that Gerard and Bugan have decided to visit Peru. I love these guys. Alright, Gerard. Let's, set representation back a few decades. We came out of the dark ruins, and now we're under this bright sun. What a feeling of freedom. Normally on business trips I charge an extra 50%, but today I'll sell the regular price just for you. Wow, thanks! Alright. So... I'd have more money if I didn't stock up on curatives all the time. But I do. We're fine for tents, he says, while buying another tent. Everyone's got Force Brow. Everyone's got upgraded armor and weapons. Alright. We're gonna try to get our discount back. No, Oh, we got hammered in the last one. We lost a lot of them. Black Friday sales from the Justice guys. I mean, like, we are tourists, and Johnny is an ugly American, so I mean, it's only fair that he gets charged the increased prices at Machu Picchu. Not that, you know, Gerard Machamel is Peruvian, so he ain't a local either. But you know, it's the principle of the matter. Real quick, I think this is okay. Yeah, back into the dungeon. The mask has reset. Good to know. But yeah, so real quick, let's talk about Machu Picchu. So it's Peru, and there's a lot of historic misinformation about Machu Picchu. That it was the lost city of gold. That it was a capital. Grand temple district, the pride of the Inca Empire. No, not really. So more recent scholarship puts it that, like, it was just a fortress citadel. It was you know, not. It was basically their version of a castle complex. Some noble had it built, one of their emperors probably. It was not there was no great pyramid. There was no evidence of a major, like, you know, specific temple structure. Just a small fortified town up in the mountains, which got an awful lot of press because it was one of the. Oh, they're just out of. Well, you know what? I'll take 1 and 1. That's fine. Have flamethrower will travel. But yeah, Machu Picchu is one of the, similar to Chichen Itza, discussed last episode. This was one of the many locales that was rediscovered. You can hear the quotes around that, I hope, in the late 1800s, early 1900s by Europeans who made a big deal about it, like, oh, isn't this awesome? We found it first. And in an awful lot of cases, they did not, in fact, find it first. And Machu Picchu is no exception to that. Real quick, I want to see how this demon bomb does. Frank Ninja, you do you, my dude. Johnny cannot kill a little crab guy himself. That's sad. Johnny can kill anything. 2 hatchets, more than enough to kill any living thing. I guess if I'm going to be doing revolver ocelot jokes, it should be when Natan is in the party. Though he is currently equipped with semi-automatic pistols. But yeah, so Machu Picchu, fortified city, radiocarbon dating of remains, human, animal, and esoteric, suggests that it was probably inhabited. Don't necessarily know when built, but inhabited from about the mid to late 1420s into the 1500s. It was, by contemporary account, there's a certain amount of guesswork. The Inca did not leave terrific written records, and this was, again, it wasn't like a major trade center or anything. It was just a fortified city up in the mountains. So a noble's retreat, probably. Anyway, what gates do we have? Okay, so red and green. We have to do these 2 first because the bottom is purple and yellow. So we don't have a purple or yellow switch, so our choice is made for us. We'll hit both of these. The belief is that the city was, like, depopulated and or abandoned, coinciding with Pizarro, of the, you know, Spanish conquistador Franco Pizarro, and his expedition against the Incas, and whether or not he was able to bring his cavalry and cannon. You know, he didn't lay siege to the city. They brought smallpox, and that did plenty. So, like a lot of abandoned settlements, you know, in equatorial climes, this got complicated in a hurry. Okay. Purple gate, yellow switch, purple switch, yellow and blue. This is a bad time to remind the audience that I am colorblind. I can tell that there is purple and blue next to each other, like right on the camera right now. Oh, I don't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do my best. We'll make this work. So, what is this? What is this gate up here? Red, purple. Okay, so if we hit purple, we'll open red, purple. We'll check that north chamber first. They keep in me with color puzzles. I don't like that. Kinda wish they wouldn't. Also, I think I gotta invest in some better magic for Johnny. He just needs a little more knockout power. Yeah, I'm gonna take an extra picture of everybody because it's usually helpful to have like multiple snaps of everything. They actually are in currency. And since hey, it's only one action, we can start stacking bodies. Ricardo, how many can you get at once? Looks like 2 on any given flank. That's fine. We'll take 2 less enemies. I just love this attack. It's hot-blooded. But yeah, so Machu Picchu is abandoned, likely due to disease and Spaniards. And it is... I don't know how many... I don't know throughout history how many times it is rediscovered or found and lost again, or it's not terribly looted throughout, you know, from like 1500 to 1900. So it seems like it is reclaimed by the jungle, and it is pretty much forgotten about. It is kind of that, you know, archetypal lost city that Hollywood is so very in love with. But the Peruvians, who are, you know, they live there, right? And they have old archaeological record, they have old cultural record from you know, after the Spanish. And there are scholars in Peru, specifically of the Inca. Go figure. It's the modern territory, so they are sort of the first scholarship on the Inca Empire. And there is a gentleman in I want to say 1902 that he's a Peruvian explorer and scholar, Agustin Lizarraga. And I'm probably butchering his last name. I apologize for that if any of his descendants or fans or editor happens to be watching. And he straight up locates the. I don't know if it is going off of old maps or flying over the top of those adjacent mountains. You know, they just happen to see. Oh, it looks like there's some foundations visible through the trees. But however he does it, he discovers this. Oh, hey, there's stone structures in the jungle here. And he spends the next several years putting an expedition, a team together to clear out the jungle, cut back the overgrowth, and sort of, you know, expose all these old structures. And they clear they clear pretty much the whole city. Like you know, the picture from the start of the session is accurate. It's not terribly large. There was only a few hundred people, probably, that were the inhabitants, even at the time. But yeah, so they clear the ruins. Ooh, 3 treasure chests! I love it. Let's loot this priceless cultural heritage site. And he pretty much indisputably, yeah, he's the guy. That
what an idiot.
finds the site, clears the site, makes it accessible, and starts attracting, local media buzz and attention of other scholars and other explorers at the time. This is the early 1900s. Gentlemen adventurers from Western big money is quite popular, and perhaps to the surprise of no one, he gets completely sidelined in history because a rich white guy comes along, steals credit for the discovery a few years later, and insists that all of the scholarship of Machu Picchu is actually his work and his contribution. And it don't it just go that way. And that gentleman is American Hiram Bingham III, who is also, I think, briefly like a governor and then a United States senator in his later years. But yeah, he's not the first on the ground at Machu Picchu. He doesn't put the work together to clear out the trees, to reclaim the site. He just shows up afterwards, takes a bunch of pictures, and says, "Isn't this cool? Look what I found."
Don't ever let me see you again.
And he launches his own expedition like 7 years later than Lizarraga, and it's 1911 that Bingham is exploring Machu Picchu. And because he thinks to bring camera crews, and he publicizes better, he's a rich white guy from America, as opposed to a Peruvian local and a scholar, he gets massive acclaim. He is one of the Explorers Club, along with all the stuffy British dudes who are helping partition Africa, looking for mountains to climb and name after themselves. Yeah, he milks his fame for this as much as is possible. Denies all credit to Lizarraga, who I think initially invites him as part of his own earlier expedition, and spends like 2 decades exploring, with large finger quotes around it. Okay, got an entrance. Nice, all this new magic. Pure root, I'll take it. And special defense down. I don't know if that's worth the ring slot, but I never turned down free treasure. And okay. So we are on purple and red on the mask. We need blue and something. We've got. Wait, how is that going to work? Wait, my brain. Okay. Hang on. The blue switch is behind the blue gate. Huh. I mean, I guess there's another blue switch on the first floor? Is that it? Is it blue? Okay. Wait, okay, so hang on. Yes. There's another blue switch on the first floor. The gate in the center of the screen right now, I'm pointing at my monitor, and I'm the only one who can see it. That is that was purple yellow. I remember because it was like, oh well, there's neither purple nor yellow. So okay, so if we go down, if we hit the yellow switch, we will be on purple yellow. That will reopen that gate. Then we can go back up to the first floor to hit blue, and then get trapped. No, that won't work. Because then we won't be able to get back into here. Wow. I'm confuzzled. I'm stumped. Let me examine some of these other doors, just make sure I'm not totally crazy. They ain't got anything hot, you know, anything hidden here. Okay, that's blue-yellow. I was really excited for a second there. Anyway, I'll keep ragging on Hiram Bingham III. So, monsters, stop spreading out! Yeah, maybe. Let's give it a try. Oh, they have so little health left. Oh, like 3. Oh, that is frustrating. Alright, well, bugs off the field. Johnny, do some cleanup. Don't bounce me! They did not listen. They bounced all of us, repeatedly. Frank's vengeance will be swift and fair. Not thrilled about that. Alright, that's just casually half of our health. Yeah, well, we've got healing. But anyway, okay, so I promised earlier that inexplicably my story about Machu Picchu would involve Charlton Heston. And I would lie to you, break any word I've given. However, I'm not lying to you in this case. That is actually accurate. So, Bingham, milking his fame from discovering this lost city, he spends like 20 years looting the place. This is how archaeology is done in 1911 and onward. He has no claim to this site whatsoever, other than he publicizes himself as, oh, I found it. That means it's mine now. He steals tens of thousands of artifacts from Machu Picchu, cleans out the whole city. He's stealing mummies, he's stealing jewelry, pulling the chiseling the frescoes off the walls and taking the stones, taking the stels, big standing stone icons. He loots everything. The government of Peru spends the whole of the 20th century trying to get it back. They've finally started getting some progress. I know Yale ended up with a lot of the collection, and they've returned some pieces. But yeah, he basically just said, all this is mine now, because I found it, even though it was a Peruvian who found it. So he just stole everything for decades. And then, to further cash in, after he had stolen basically everything, he wrote a book about his daring-do and adventuresome spirit. And that novel, published 1948, Lost City of the Incas, is his account of this, the wondrous, all the fascinating nature, all the cool stuff in Machu Picchu. Here's the thing. It's all nonsense. He did very little actual scholarship He did not work with like anyone who. Forgive me, I actually don't know the proper name of the Inca language. Amazona? At a time? Yeah, so he didn't do any scholarship. He just stole a bunch of stuff, including the ritually preserved human remains. Again, people like grinding up monies to make pigment. I don't know why, man. And yeah, so he writes a book, Lost City of the Inca. He just fills it with just nonsense, with whatever he thinks is cool. To say that it is not ideal scholarship is kind of underselling it. He claims that the remains, the ruins to the that he spent some time going through and stealing everything were part of a grand temple complex that specifically trained that it was like it was a private city for the priests of the Inca, and they used it to train their priestly caste. Like it was a religious getaway. It was like a secluded, their neophytes, their young priests came to Machu Picchu to learn how to be the spiritual leaders of the Inca. There wasn't even a big temple there. He just made that up. Like whole cloth nonsense, science fiction, boys' adventure, pulp magazine stuff. And that is Quitchow. I'm butchering the pronunciation again. I'm sorry, but thank you for checking that. I appreciate it. And yeah, I don't think Bingham spoke it. I don't think he. Well, I know he didn't speak it. And I don't think he bothered to interpret it. But yeah, he just makes up all these stories. So all of the scholarship quotes about Machu Picchu comes from the fever dream of an American looter who just wrote a book, and it was 1948, and everyone assumed he was an authority because he was the Machu Picchu guy. The book is a big hit. There is a vogue, of course, for stories of brave lily white rich guys discovering all these savage lost cities of the old world. And it is quite popular. It helps propel his political campaign. Again, he's a senator, and in 1954, there is a film made based not on the actual history of Machu Picchu, but specifically based on his book. That 1954 film, Secret of the Incas, is a fully Hays Code compliant, rollicking adventure story of dashing scholar, archaeologist, adventurers. Haley, I think is the character's name, Harley or Haley, that are trying to track down, they're like trying to recover a relic from Machu Picchu. It was filmed on location. I don't know if the Peruvian government was consulted. But they actually filmed it in the ruins, and the leading man in that was Charlton Heston, more famous as the Omega Man and all of his later roles, Planet of the Apes, etc. So there we go. Charlton Heston, largely responsible for the destruction of cultural learnings about the actual city of Machu Picchu. I mean, he didn't write the book. He just cashed in on it like the rest of them. Okay. That, either way to progress, I need a blue switch. This is really, okay, this is really confuzzling. There's no blue switch in here. The blue switch is behind the door on the left. There's a top gate, which is also blue and, I think, yellow. Yeah, blue and yellow. And if I double back to get the blue, I feel I'm going to be locking myself in here, but I really don't know I'm not sure what other options there are. I'll walk around back on the surface and think about it. And get drawn into how many random encounters to play. Maybe I can equip the golden necklace and increase the rate. Quechua, the language of Inca. Thank you. Oh, and the story gets slightly more sordid. You might ask yourself, how does it get worse when Charlton Heston is involved? Well, I'll tell you. Maybe not worse, just funny. Because history is always weirder than you think it's going to be. That's why I love doing this so much. The film, Secret of the Inca, despite the fact that it's not talked about a lot these days, is a reasonably good success. It has star power behind it. It has the gimmick of, oh, we actually shot this in the lost city of the Inca. How droll. We saved on set design. The character that Charlton Heston plays, again, I think it's Haley. It might be Harley. Whatever. It's an age. This sort of like scholar, adventurer, archaeologist, pillaging lost cities and getting into international espionage and intrigue will directly influence. If that character description sounds a little bit familiar, then you're paying attention, because that character, that Charlton Heston character, will directly influence Indiana Jones. And specifically, there is a scene in Secret of the Inca. I saw a clip of it way back. I did not review it before doing this episode, but I do know it's a thing. There is a scene where there's the map room scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, Indy finding the well of the souls, has the staff of Ra with the appropriately double-sided headpiece. You know, take back one Kadash for the Hebrew god whose ark this is, etc. And yeah, ooh, ring fragment. Okay, worth the detour, even if I'm just lost. There's another basement. All right. Playing their game. Yow. That's how we get to the blue switch. Okay. So, blue-purple will not open this door, but we at least have blue. That'll put us on blue-yellow, I think. Okay, that opens the gate at the top, which we want. We're gonna have to go back out and around and answer the question. and wait, okay. I felt really good about solving that, but we have the same Oh, wait, I have to do it in reverse order. Is that the trick? This needs to be blue, purple. So I need purple when I hit blue. Okay, so it's the sequence. It's the two switches in the bottom of the key. We have to have yellow and then wait, is it yellow and then purple or purple? No, we want purple and then yellow with nothing else on the board. We did it in reverse order, I think, because that way it's purple then yellow. We'll be able to come in here. Okay, yeah, purple then yellow will open up the door currently in the center of the screen. We go back to the surface, loop back around to here. We hit blue, then it will be blue, purple. That will open the door immediately to our right. And then the read will be blue, purple. I'm almost talking myself out of it. and then we go down, we hit yellow, and then that, it will still be yellow, blue, up at the top, and we'll be able to go through there. Okay. I figured it out. Now I just don't... now I just have to, I think... Okay, because I got the sequence wrong, I'm pretty sure I have to reset it. Switch has already been flipped. Okay, I have to do the chamber again. Yeah, okay, I have to go back out, come back in, start with red and green again, and then do, do purple and yellow. You know what? I'm just gonna try it. I confuse myself the more I think about it. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. Man, that should be the tagline for this playthrough. Use a tent while I'm here. Buy a new one from the Majamels. But yeah, anyway, the whole there is a very I was discussing Raiders of the Lost Ark. There is a very similar sort of sequence in Secret of the Inca where it's like, oh, there's a, you know, there's a miniature representation, there's a map of the city, and if you can figure out this puzzle, it will tell you where the treasure is. Yeah, Spielberg's a hack. He just stole it. Just stole it, 100% straight up. But he was stealing it from a Charlton Heston character, which I think is automatically correct morally. Death? Don't do that. I said while attacking him with Frank, who has Petrify equipped.
Not even worth mentioning.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna test my theory. I think I'm right. I often think that. Also, I'm not saying I want to contribute to the history of Western explorers simply looting this majestic old city for everything, with no regard for the preservation of the site or you know, human knowledge and heritage. But I'm about ready to start solving these doors with dynamite. I think that would make this a great deal simpler.
Inexperience.
Okay. We're gonna go straight down to the switches. I'm gonna walk this through my head one more time. If we do purple and yellow, we'll be able to get back out. We'll be able to get back out to the north. Then we'll come around. We'll hit blue, and then it will be blue-purple. So we'll be able to open the door there. And then we'll hit yellow, and it'll be blue-yellow, and we'll get the top. Yes, this will work. And I'll only have to fight, I don't know, a dozen random encounters between hither and thither. Getting pretty good at that judgment ring, though. Can't complain about that. I was about to taunt the little eyeball monster for being like, "Oh, you buffing everybody? You buffing everybody? Then nobody left." And then he attacked. So yeah, that's fine. Well played, little eyeball creepy thing.
Did you let your guard down because
I still can't. Okay, you know what? I've flipped back around. I think I kind of like the little eyeball hermit crab. Like, it's hideous, but it's cute hideous, you know? Wait, hang on, I'm having second thoughts. Yeah, wait a tick. No. Oh, no. We gotta do purple second. We gotta do purple second, or else the gate won't. Yeah, for the blue purple gate. Okay. Hang on. Okay, right. Yeah, all right. Because this is the sequence that we inadvertently did last time. So it has to be yellow and then purple, so that purple endures long enough to hit the blue. Ah! I have to reset this. Obnoxious. Okay. That's on me. One more circuit. But we've figured it out. It's yellow and then purple. This time I caught myself before going back all the way around and being like, wait. So we'll just reset with red and green and do it again.
I'm not afraid of you.
Easy peasy. but I'll tell you right now, when we get to the next chamber in this dungeon, if there's an even more complicated color puzzle, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Possibly profane.
Very easy.
After all, you a kiss of hot land.
I mean, Ricardo's gonna open being so menacing. Obviously, we have to use the flamethrower.
Throw you a piece of hot lead.
Like, that's a bit that I would do for him. I'm kind of glad that's an actual line. That's awkward. The enemy is in the air, and Johnny has nothing which targets high. Alright, that's admittedly an oversight on my part. Alright, who wants Rage? Shania, hit things harder.
Already over? That was too easy.
I kind of like that Shania had started that with a nice even 9,999 XP to the next level. It's a good number. It's a good round number. Okay, yep, yellow-purple. I'm confident. Then we go back up through that same gate. We go back outside, around to the other switch. I wonder if we'll run into Hiram Bingham III in the dungeon. I mean, I'm just curious, because, like, he was actively looting Machu Picchu in 1927. Is he going to be the boss fight? That'd be rad. Like, Gilbert calls him up, he's like, Hiram, there are some meddling kids muscling in on your racket. Man, I hope so. Charlton Heston probably won't be the boss fight, and I think that's also a missed opportunity.
How was that?
It's like, yeah, we'll be using a tent on the surface, but I don't want to risk getting, you know, geeked.
I'm not against using violence.
And this is what I get for saying it's like, I got really good with Shania's range. Well.
Don't ever let me see you again.
I will say, though I grouse about the random encounters, I'm not complaining about the chance to grind up soul energy, because we're going to need an awful lot of that. We will ideally get all 12 statues for Shania's fusions fully leveled up, and that's going to take a lot of killing. I mean, we're gonna have to, you know, get darn right murderous. So, I mean, Johnny's the right man for the job, obviously. Okay. Yep. We're on blue-purple. We'll go hit the yellow switch, then it'll be yellow-blue, the top door will be open, and we will escape this labyrinth. It's not a labyrinth. We will escape this single room. Man, these Inca, they did not want people trespassing around.
I can do it. I'll take you out.
Johnny, you couldn't take him to the theater. Pat out the snap album.
Okay, look over here.
smile and say cheese.
Though I will say, if these little gribbly flying long fang monsters, if I can trade their picture for anything, I've got tons by now. Oh, they're fire resistant. That's disappointing. What kind of death? Instant. Sorry, Johnny. You know, if they've got that's a lot of upcoming enemy attacks. If I bring back Johnny, there's a decent chance they're just gonna put him down again. Yeah, sorry, Johnny. You're gonna spend a little time dead for tax purposes. Hit is kind of a rude combo from a random enemy. Alright, Ricardo, we just... Yep, I was going to say, we just gave you raise up for a reason.
Hang in there.
Still a decent chance it kills him again. Johnny, heal yourself. Oh, okay, you know what? Nope. Yep, I decided. It's cute. It's a cute little critter. When it's not casting spells on us, and it just kind of like runs up and like flops with its too many creepy little legs. It's cute.
This would have even count as a rehearsal.
Johnny died, Ricardo. They killed him instantly. Not even a rehearsal. All right. It don't bode well. Treasure. Small jug. What? Okay, I actually want to check that. What does a small jug do for us? The huge jug lowers that. Oh, jug that doubles SP consumption, but it is a. Ooh. Oh, now they're talking my language. Risk reward here. So it's an extra 10. Yeah, it's an extra 10 to all stats. It's on all stats and defenses. But it doubles SP consumption. Wow. Okay, obviously not Johnny, and not Shania, because her fusions would then use 8 per turn, and that would go very, very quickly. What is Frank? 11 points. That gives him... that would be 5 rounds. Ugh. Yeah, 5 seems to be what we get out of anybody. Johnny as well. Yeah, oh, amusingly, and Shania, if we gave it to her, because, you know, when she's transformed, it would be 8 per round. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to consider that one a little bit. That's a hefty buff for attack and defense. But if that character that goes crazy and starts, you know, murdering the rest of us. All right, this looks like a boss fight chamber. Okay. I was really worried there's gonna be more puzzles. Let's get into it. What is this boss? I have no idea whatsoever. I hope it's Gilbert or Charlton Heston. I think the rest of Team Evil is going to, you know, scamper, you know, exit stage. Oh wait, no, I was wrong. It's not a boss fight. It is. Oh no, this is another puzzle. I got excited for. Well, I've got good news. There will be part 2 of Machu Picchu on next week's episode. Because I don't know what's going on in here. But I don't think we're going to sort it out in the next 20 minutes. Actually, yeah, flamethrowers are going to work, but I think we can get the little Gribbly just with the guitar. Okay, so we've got fire shooting out of the walls. We have switches at 3 different locations, so it's, I assume, going to be a matter of finding out, like, which switches are accessible. And, what will turn off what color fire. This is... terrible!
I'm not afraid of you.
Also, again with the colors. I'm feeling a little bit called out here, game. Not my fault I can't differentiate. So close to one on that. Ah.
I'm pretty strong, huh?
Okay, and I have never more firmly missed the first-person view. The first person, like the ability to go into zoom around first person with Vice, than right now. Yeah, I can see the X. Just crawl over it.
It's hot. It's no good. I can't get any closer.
Yeah, all right. So we need to turn off the green fire. Okay, so I'm gonna hit blue, and if it turns the red back on, I'm going to be deeply
What an
disappointed.
idiot.
You can hate me if you want, and your own luck too.
Do you like that? That might be the first perfect fight we've had in a long time. No enemy turns. Perfect ring rate. Considerably more difficult when we don't have Karen to just throw the sword at the other side. I was afraid of that. Hot. It looks like we might be able to get it through the center. There's a treasure chest behind the red flame, but you know, I'm greedy. I'm not that greedy. It'll keep. Okay, entrance is open. We just have to figure out how to get there. It's putting me straight into the boss fight without a chance to heal. Oh, game. Party foul. There's supposed to be a save point.
Gilbert.
Ah, you're here, but a bit earlier than I thought.
You got away before, but now we want answers. Tell me about my power.
And tell us about the woman. Is she inside there?
Don't bother me with all of your stupid questions. I have more important matters to deal with. The first of which is making sure I stop you right here and now before you cause me any more trouble. Yeah.
Okay, a little disconcerting that he can just do that.
Damn. We don't have any time to waste on them.
All right, let's do this.
I say you don't get to surround me. I got the warning device. I'm not sure if that actually took effect, but I kind of hope it did. So Frank is the only one whose MP is really low at the moment. And HP isn't terrible across the board. So let's concentrate on doing some damage. And, you know, fat fingering it. I will see if I can get a double or a combo in here to get, especially after this Frank topped up and they throw us directly into a boss fight. After this, with Gilbert kind of standing there summoning monsters, it seems a little bit like. Yeah, double Johnny. We are going to give a whole pile of MP to Frank the Ninja. Then, Johnny is going to cure himself for good measure.
Here we go.
Nothing wrong with being a support party member, Johnny. Stop missing the monsters.
Hey you! Be sure to brush your teeth.
Yo, what else you got, Cobblepot?
They're still coming!
Mom! Gilbert's getting away!
No, wait!
Shania will abandon the party. Oh, that's great! That's awesome. She actually does, in fact, abandon the party. Gosh, she has all my good equipment and attack boosts. We stripped them off Mao after the fight, so I think Natan will be a decent choice. I guess we'll find out. If nothing else, I know he has special attacks. I don't suppose I can cheat. And okay, I can't. I can't save. I can't save. At least we're getting a chance to equip. He's got his Mauser. Yeah, classic Marshall. She's like, man, I'm tired of these random encounters. I want to fight the boss. And just leave all the casters behind. Did not get. Shania's just gone. We cannot salvage her extra attacks. That's okay. You know what? We'll make it work. Natan is a rude boy, and he's got good special attacks, so we'll be all right.
All right, let's do this.
So I was gonna say, I mean, like, you know, if Johnny, our least damaging party member, was the one who decided to run off, I wouldn't be, you know, be like, oh no, come back. All right, cast gun. I'll say if we're willing to throw MP at the problems, we got a team of rude boys right here.
As long as this lamp burns, evil shall never find.
It's like, oh no, the actually competent party member ran away. We need to put it into 10th. All right, we will chase blindly after her into the ruins. Alright, a few random encounters, it looks like. Then there's a save point ahead. That'll be the boss. I'll take a detour for treasure. They know me too well. They lured me in.
Bring it on!
So I will say, just between you and me, or y'all and me, it is deeply amusing that we have been in the dungeon long enough, and have incidentally leveled up a couple of times, I think for everybody, so that I can actually see the same attacks doing more damage at the end of the crawl than the start, which is charming in its own way. Poison. Got him.
Yes, you're the joke of the century.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Alright, well, I'm not sure that was worth the detour, but I see a treasure chest, I open a treasure chest. Me and Free Run, you know? We know how it is. Sometimes it's a mimic. You can't have everything in this life. She's wearing sandals. Why does she have, like, the clop, or the clip-clop of, like, high heels? I don't know why I just noticed that. Killer, why haven't you bought Lady a jacket? Or pants? Yo, she's gonna fight... She's taking on all of Team Evil. Yeah, maybe stop releasing malice into the world. Ah, jeez.
I'm going to kill you.
She's like, yeah, check out my glowing. I don't know if we're going to get Shania back for the boss fight. It looks like I kind of doubt it. Though if so, we know she's kitted out. That is... Okay, you know, this has ended up similar to our crawl in Alcatraz, where, man, there's been some back and forth in this here dungeon. That is pretty much going to be time for the evening, and I suspect this is really the point where, like, after every dungeon, every boss fight, there's like 10 minutes of cutscenes as well. So I think we are just about out of time. I am gonna save there, and yeah, we will pick up directly with the boss fight. We'll see how this shakes out when we reconvene next week. I might find one or two more facts about Machu Picchu. I have no idea where we're going next. So the classroom hours might not be topical. They might be temporal. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, thank you all for attending in this, a bit, a little bit more tedious crawl than some of the ones that have come before. And I remember this is not the worst dungeon. I think it's the Salt Lake is substantially more fiddly than this. I hope I'm misremembering that, but we'll find out. That's not for a bit yet. I'm not sure. That might be. Anyway. Thanks for joining. Great to have you all here. Hope to catch you in the next one. Same time, same channel. And anyway, all my Malice minions, take care of yourselves. Failing that, take care of each other. Stay hydrated, get some rest, and I will see you in the next one.